morning, everyone. Welcome back to our distance learning program. So how are you today? I hope you are fine, and I am great. Because in today's video, we are going to review what we have learned from the book, which is Can you tell me what book that you study for today's lesson? Based on the class schedule that you know, the book that we are going to study for today's session is the Speaking Tutor 3A. And in this book, as I remember I told you earlier, what you will learn from this book is the technique and the tip on how to give a presentation, right? As you can see in the cover, they say making presentation. So after you learn this book, you will notice there are a lot of things that you will get from this book, which is the tip, the techniques, and the way on how you can give a presentation. As you know, there are a lot of topics out there for you to choose, and each topic are different, isn't it? Even though it follows the same structure, which is you start from the introduction, the main idea we call the body paragraph, and the last one is the conclusion. So all the presentation, it follows the same structure, but not all the topic we need to do the same again and again. As for example, let's say some topic you need to describe something, you need to give more detail in order to describe those specific things. Some topic you need to give reason to support your idea, and with your reason you need to give more example to support those reasons. For some topic as well, you need to talk about the process of doing something, which is what we are learning right now. So after you learn 2 or 3 lessons from the Speaking to the 3A, I hope you are able to give a good presentation based on a different type of topics. And in today's video, we are going to recap the important things that we learned from Unit 3 and Unit 2 as well. Everyone, if you have the book with all of you right now, you can open your books to the page, which is page 33. You will see the title of that lesson, and the title is Preparing a Presentation. So this is the review part, and what you need to do is to review, okay? Because this is a review part. What you need to do is to review the lesson and the main idea that you study from the previous lesson and previous unit. From this lesson, you learn on how to talk about the process of doing something, especially about food, right? Because from the previous video, you study many different types of food. Some of them are very strange to us. For example, let's say sushi, kimchi. We have never seen or eat those type of food before, or we don't know how to do or to make those food. That is why we study those type of food in order to help you doing some research and able to talk about the process of doing those. But do you remember what is the main words that can help you to talk about the process in a clear way? Alright, from the lesson, I hope you remember, there are many words that you can talk about the order or the process. But the most popular one are first, and then you can say second, third, fourth, fifth, something like that. But if you want to make it a little bit more interesting, you can say then, okay? After that, you can say next. So there are many ways that you can talk about the process. Using the right word in talking about the process is very helpful, because your listener know what step you are talking about and they can easily follow your step. Even though if you are talking about the reason or about the idea, using this word is very helpful, because your listener know what are you talking about, what order you are talking about. Okay, this is the first idea, so you need to clearly specify those first, And when you go to the second idea, you need to state it. So the second idea is that, so the listener know what point you are talking about. This is very important that we have covered in the unit 3 of our speaking to the 3A. However, everyone, do you know this one, giving reasons and detail? What unit you are learning about this technique? Do you remember, everyone? I hope you get the correct answer. You study this technique in unit 2 of the speaking to the 3A. And in unit 2, you learn to describe about a place, about person, about pet, isn't it? So you need to give the reason and detailed information to support your reason. In order to give supporting reason or supporting detail of your reason, you need to answer the question, which is why. This is one of the questions that it is a little bit difficult to answer. Let's say when someone asks you who is your best friend, you can say whoever you want. But the problem is when the question why he or she is your best friend, you need to give more explanation, give more detail, which is why question is very important. And then you can give supporting detail. Let's say you give more example, you give the real event or the real situations to show that someone you are talking about is a good person. Okay, so these are the lessons that you learn from unit 2. Very good. Now everyone, I would like all of you to open your books to page 63. And on page 63, there are 2 topics for you to practice and review what you have learned from the Writing Right 3, from from unit 2 and unit 3. Okay. There are 2 main activities for you to do here. You will see this type of activity in your classwork, so it's a good time to know and to do it. The first activity is fill in the blank with the step involved in making your favorite food. This one is very simple. You need to do some research about how to make specific food that you like. Let's say hamburger or pizza, right? So do some research, you will find the recipe and the step on how to do those food. And the second one is to give detail to support an answer. The topic is there are 3 reasons why your favorite kind of food. Okay, it move on beyond what you have learned here. You learn the process toward how to, but here it also apply to the reason why you like that food. Okay, so this one is a little bit centralized on the theme of the food. So pick up one of your favorite food, for example pizza, hamburger, sandwich, which one is your favorite, and do some research on how they do it, what are the steps in doing those food, and you need to give reason why you like those food. Okay, which is the combination of unit 2 and unit 3. Very good, everyone. In this video lesson, it's not very specific and not very detailed because it is just the review and the recap of what you have learned. But I would like to take this opportunity in order to give you the topic for your presentations. Your homeroom teacher will specify how you can do the presentation, how you can submit your answer, and when and what is the specific date for you to do the presentation. But just to make sure you're familiar with the topics, I will give you the topic for presentations in this video. So let's start here. There are 5 different topics that you can freely pick up only one, right? And do a presentation about those topics. So the first one is how to create Facebook account. So this is the topic which start how to. It clearly the topic that you need to talk about the process, isn't it? All right. Topic number 2, how to play football. Some of you might be a fan of football or a football player, so you know how to play the football. So what are the process of playing this game? The same as topic number 1, which is the process. Topic number 3, why do you study English? This one, you need to come up with the reason. And in your reason, you need to give more detail to support your reason. Okay. Number 4, who is your best friend? Why? Again, it is the same as number 3. You need to give the reason why someone is your best friend. You need to give supporting detail in order to make your reason much more stronger in your presentations. Last but not least, number 5, do you like learning online or in the classroom, the real physical classroom? Which one do you like? You can choose one. For example, let's say I like learning online, and then you need to give reason and supporting detail of your idea. So this topic I will post it in your online study group so that you can remember and be able to pick one and prepare for your presentations. So that's it for today's video, and I hope to see all of you again in the next one. Goodbye.